guys, Angie Bell with Herbally Hip Tarot. How's my Herbally Hip tribe doing out there? This is for entertainment purposes only, and everything we say here is allegedly. All right. Oh, really quickly, if you could hit the subscribe button twice so you get all notices, and give me a thumbs up because I think you're going to like it here. Okay, let's get right into it. I just want to do an open read on the Nato Summit. That fool, his own people told him that they pretty much know that they did not destroy whatever it takes to make the nukes. And he's saying, no, it was totally obliterated. And he made that announcement in a speech at the at the NATO Summit. He's not even believing his own people. He just wants, he likes, what did I call it yesterday? He just likes to do magical thinking. Whatever comes to his brain, whatever he wants, he makes it fact. Magical thinking. How dangerous is that? So we're going to do an open read on the NATO Summit. And then, why is the Orange Menace dropping the F-bomb? Did you hear that yesterday? He was getting ready to go on the plane, and he was talking about Israel and Iran. And Israel, I guess Iran said that they would do a ceasefire, but Israel won't do a ceasefire. So the Orange Menace he's all frustrated and pissed. Probably because he humiliated himself, because he said that he got them to do a ceasefire. He, like I said, magical thinking. Whatever comes in his brain, whatever he wants, he just magically thinks it and thinks it's going to happen. So I just want to do is, why is the Orange Menace dropping F-bombs? That's real Christian, huh? Unbelievable. Okay, the NATO Summit. Let's find out what cards we should use. Just 1 second. All right. Clear, Spirit. NATO Summit open read. Should I use Twin Flame Awakened Path Tarot? No. Clear. Spirit, should I use Mystic Black Rose? Okay, so we'll use Mystic Black Rose for NATO Summit. Okay, clear. Spirit, why is the Orange Menace dropping the F-bomb? Should I use Mystic Black Rose? No. Clear. Should I use Twin Flame Awakened Path Tarot? No. Clear. Should I use Gypsy Oracle cards? No. Clear. Should I use Mystic Red Rose Oracle cards? No. Clear. Should I use What Lies Beneath? Yes. Okay. So the first read, NATO Summit, we'll use Mystic Black Rose. And for our second reading, why is the Orange Menace dropping the F-bomb? What Lies Beneath. Okay. So professional of him, isn't it? It's unbelievable. Okay, so let me shuffle Mystic Black Rose and I'll be right back. Okay, so Orange Menace and the NATO Summit open read. Let me write that down. Orange Menace and the NATO Summit open read. All right. So what's on the bottom? Gamble. What's in the middle? Dismiss. Okay, let's do our first 3 cards. Okay, so gamble. So this is the Orange Menace and the NATO Summit open read. Let the cards tell us what they want to let us know about it. Taking a risk, poker face, not showing feelings, rolling the dice. Okay, so he's there gambling, taking risks. One of the things he's gambling with is lying, straight up lying, and saying that he completely destroyed, I think it's uranium and a bunch of other things to create the nukes, that he completely destroyed it. That's one thing he gambled with, that lie, and he's gambling over there. Great. He's over there taking risks, not showing feelings, rolling the dice. Wonderful. Dismiss. Disregard, ignore, look the other way, leaving behind. So he's over there being rude. He's dismissing people. He's disregarding people. He's ignoring people. He's looking the other way. He's leaving people behind. He's just being a complete, excuse my language, he's over there being an ass. Like he always is. I'm sure these guys cannot stand him. Signs. Meanings. Repeated numbers. Synchronicities. I keep getting this. Okay, let's let that go for now. Okay. Loss. Running away. Emptiness. Feeling invincible. Cutting off. He's also feeling empty. He's also feeling like he wants to run away. And I think that is because he feels lost over there. That's why he never wants to go. You know, he never wants to go to Nato. He never wants to go to any of these things because people, they probably ignore him. Okay? They probably don't treat him that well because he's a complete... Remember the first time he was at the G7? He actually physically pushed one of the other world leaders. Physically pushed him because he wanted to be in the middle. You know what? You're a world leader. He's a world leader. I would have decked him. If he would have pushed me, I would have decked him right there. He would have been nailed. I'll be like, you know, that'd be the last time you put your hands on me. I would have nailed. You know, I don't believe in violence, but put your hands on me, and it's a whole nother thing, okay? You don't put your hands on people. Ascending. You're not that damn important that you put your hands on somebody and physically move them out of the spot that you want to be in. And really pushed him. Ascending. Learning. Transcending. Preparing for union. New phase. Learning, transcending, preparing for union, new phase. Okay, what's the new phase? Is it a new phase for him or is it a new phase for us? So we're going to ask about that. Plus, we'll see what the cards keep saying here. Terms. Working out, begging, negotiating. Okay, so he's doing some negotiating over there. I know he's going to meet with Zelensky, supposedly. Ravenous. I have to put my hand over the picture. Uncontrollable desires. Appetite for sex. In hunger for pleasure. Insatiable. Yeah, he has uncontrollable desires. So many uncontrollable desires. Yeah, I'll just say that. Which is why he has uncontrollable desires, which is why he does magical thinking. He just lies. Whatever he wants, he just magically said he does his magical thinking, and this is the way it is. Foresight. It's in the future, few days to weeks, few months, direction forward. Okay, now we got this right here. Is this the removal of the orange menace? And we also have a new phase, and it's like this. This is above it, and this is below it. We're going to ask some questions about that. I don't care what I ask or what I read. It comes out every time about the orange menace's removal. And always get some popcorn and sit back and shut up. Adrenaline. Roller coaster ride. Ups and downs. Good and bad. Rush of feelings. So that's what it is like over there. I'm sure it is a roller coaster. Ups and downs. Good and bad. Rush of feelings. I'm sure it is with the orange menace. You're on the orange menace will put you on a roller coaster when you have to deal with him. It's up. It's down. Down is up. Up is down. Lies are truth, truth are lies. Union. Reconciliation, coming back, making it work, second chance. I think this is the meeting with Zelensky that's planned. I don't know if it's going to happen or not, but decision. Wrong reasons, contemplating, stay or leave, uncertain. Oh, I'm sure he's contemplating if he wants to stay or leave. The last gathering, it wasn't, what was it? This was the NATO summit. It was world leaders gathered together just last week or the week before that. And remember, he left early. This is right before he bombed Iran. And they said he didn't want to go anyway, so he was happy to leave. So I'm sure, again, he's contemplating staying or leaving. Clear, Spirit. Is the Orange Menace over there in the NATO summit, is he ignoring people, disrespecting them, disregard, leaving them behind? Clear, Spirit. So basically he's making an ass of himself over there? Yes. Okay, got that. Which we knew. Clear, Spirit. Is the Orange Menace contemplating whether he wants to stay or leave? Yes. Of course he is. Okay. I want to see about this ascending and foresight, because it says foresight says in the future, few days to weeks, few months, direction forward. Then ascending says learning, transcending, preparing for union, new phase. So the new phase is what I'm wanting. I'm clear, Spirit. The ascending card and the foresight card, is that talking about the Orange Menace's removal? Yes. Clear. Will there be a new phase after he is removed? Yes. Clear. Okay, let's ask. I'm going to ask about time, so take it with a grain of salt. Clear, Spirit. Will the Orange Menace be removed in a few days? No. Clear. Spirit. Will the Orange Menace be removed in weeks? Okay. All right, let's double check this. Says yes. Clear. Spirit. Will the Orange Menace be removed in months? Look at that. No. Okay. Like I said, take it with a grain of salt, because energy changes, and with this Orange Menace, he changes his diaper 24/7, okay? So take it with a grain of salt. But right now, the energy for this moment, the energy is saying weeks before he's removed, not months. So I hope. Okay, let me ask this. I already know the answer, but let's just ask it. Clear, Spirit. Do the other leaders there, do they like the Orange Menace? No. I'm sure he makes them sick. One time they were caught, the last time he was there, his last presidency that he stole, it was a hot mic, and they're like, where's Trump? And they go, over there making a speech for like 2 hours. They're like, what? We have things to do. And they all started laughing and talking about him, and they can't stand him. Okay, what's the next one? Oh, why is the Orange Menace dropping the F-bomb? That was yesterday. Well, before he was going to get on the plane, I guess, to go to the, is it the NATO summit? Yeah. Okay, so why is he dropping F-bombs? What lies beneath? And I'll be right back. Okay, so why is the Orange Menace dropping F-bombs? Let's see why. Is he doing drugs? You know what this is telling me? I don't think he does does drugs like Muskrat. He might, but I think it's, I'm seeing that some of his medication is getting to him. Okay, he's on a lot of medication, I'm sure. So we'll ask about that. Okay. Thought those cards are sticking together. What's in the middle? Fake friends. He's frustrated. They're not really his friends. He acts like, well, he's not friends with Iran, but he is friends with Netanyahu. But he's not really friends with him. He's faking it. He's a fake friend. He's a fake friend with everybody. He doesn't like anyone. Well, he likes himself. Okay, watching the SH go down, enjoying the gossip. So get your popcorn out, like we've been told 20 million times. What he did was promiscuous, was haphazard, and it was irregular. What other president have you ever heard dropping F-bombs? Unless they were on like a hot mic or something. There have been some things like that. But I mean, just saying it straight up, not a hot mic, looked right at the camera and said it. Kick to the curb. Okay, they threw this in here to remind us that he's going to be removed. They're doing that now. Like before, they'd always throw in the Epstein stuff. Well, they still do, my spirit guides. But now they're also throwing in that he's getting kicked to the curb. That's why I feel like it's coming sooner than later, because they're just keep throwing that in there, just like the Epstein stuff. And I'm not even asking about that. Betrayal, deceit, backstab, traitor, not to be trusted. Okay, now I know I said this is the Orange Menace, but this is why he's using the F-bombs. He's frustrated. He feels betrayed, okay, by Netanyahu. Because he didn't do what he told him and do a ceasefire. Fighting for what you love, claiming what's yours. Love is a battlefield. I guess he's fighting for what he loves, which is himself. So he's doing magical thinking and saying stupid things that haven't even been agreed on. He's just magically thinking, yeah, I want a ceasefire, because he wants the Nobel Prize, Nobel Peace Prize. Trash, throwing away, getting rid of, tossing out. What I'm getting here is that he is, I'm getting two things from my SGs. One, it goes along with this, kick to the curb. He's going to get thrown out of the government like trash, because he is trash. So these two are like this, how they're sitting. But also, he's treating his friend Netanyahu like trash. And he's treating Iran like trash. Okay, so we got two things. I got two things with that. Setting the record straight. This tells me right here he was trying to set the record straight in his warped way. With his magical thinking, he was trying to set... Okay, with his magical thinking, he was trying to set the record straight. That that he is the reason that there's a ceasefire. And then he got them to agree to a ceasefire. Which didn't happen. Because he lied. He just magically thought, you guys are going to do a ceasefire. And then just said, I got them to do a ceasefire. And he did not. Sexual protection. Not the sexual, the protection part. He's acting, this goes along with that Nobel Peace Prize again. He's acting like he wants to be the moderator between. He wants to protect and be a protector. And he wants to be a moderator and get war to stop. Because he wants the Nobel Peace Prize. Okay, not the police, but the military. Okay, I'm going to ask, because this is all in a row, okay? This is the military. I think the military is going to be the one that removes the Orange Menace. Trash is above that, and above that is kicked to the curb. So all this, these two are about getting him kicked out, getting him removed from the White House. Plus trash also about, treating Netanyahu and Iran like trash. But anyway, in this one, though, it's removing the trash, getting kicked to the curb, and then the military. And all three of those came up like this. So let's ask. Just 1 second, guys. Just 1 second. Okay. Clear. Spirit. The kick to the curb and the trash and the police. Is that saying the military is going to remove the Orange Menace from office? Damn. Yes. Clear. Spirit. Do you keep putting these kick to the curb or trash or throw it out? Do you keep putting this in my readings because it's going to happen in weeks? Look at this and look how big it's going. Okay. Clear. Spirit, does the Orange Menace do street drugs? Okay, no. Clear. Spirit, did he drop the F-bomb because he's on prescription drugs that make him not in control of himself? Yeah, okay, there we go. A big yes. So part of that frustration and responding like that, because he's never responded like that, at least I never heard him in public. Some of it is the drugs he's on. Also, he is frustrated. He feels deceived, betrayed. Clear. Spirit, does the Orange Menace feel betrayed about the ceasefire? Yes. Clear. Spirit, was it magical thinking about him saying that there was a ceasefire? Yes. Okay. Okay, you guys, that's it for this one. That is it for this one. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. If you could give this video a thumbs up. Any comments or questions, anything you want me to read on, leave that below. Do something to make yourself happy, you guys. I think we're getting towards the end, finally. Love, peace, and happiness, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys.